I remember my first area, it was a summer, and it was so hot, and so we'd like survive like between lessons and everything, uh, and the car was hot every time you touched it when you went back to it. But then one time in Rialto, I think it was in Rialto, it was just raining so much, it was like almost flooding. We didn't have too much crazy weather in my mission. It never snowed except for if you were in the mountains. But one time it rained and rained and rained like a whole week for when I was in Rialto. Um, I remember I was with one companion, and it was like I was driving at the time, and he had to back me out. But there was so much rain, he'd get soaked as he was like backing me out. It was just funny. I remember jumping through like puddles to get to certain homes with that companion. It was a really funny experience. But rain was the worst that we ever got. Some foods that I really loved, I grew to love the Samoan foods. Some people weren't as fond of it, but like there's a banana that they had, they called it fa'i, and I loved fa'i, and also rice, taro, which is like a root, is like a potato, kind of. It's like potato slash bread almost. It's really starchy, and it's kind of purple. And I love that. I also love sapasui. Um, some cultures call it chop suey. It's like, I don't know what kind of noodle it is, but it's like a clear noodle, and they put different vegetables, and it's kind of like a stir fry almost, like a bunch of soy sauce in it, and it's really good. A lot of stir fry in the Samoan word. Other words is pretty much American food. The strangest thing I had was in one area we had turkey tail, which I wasn't super fond of. It was all right, but I probably wouldn't eat it outside, like on my own choice. Like I wouldn't go out and buy turkey tail just to make it. It's kind of a euphemism for that end of the turkey. It's a delicacy in some cultures. So for one, going along with food, I felt like my palate for food like increased so much. Now I'll eat like anything. Like I love food now in different cultures, and also being able to talk with people and try to be positive. I felt like communication skills really increased because you're with different companions who communicate differently 24/7. But on top of that, you're also working with different members who come from a lot of different backgrounds and non-members, and trying to work with people. So I felt like communication skills, a lot of those, I felt like I developed on my mission. And also, like along with that, listening, being able to listen to people and care about them more. I felt like even that's a skill, to love people more, that I felt like developed on my mission. This is kind of a funny question because I feel like I'm also a recently returned missionary, but it goes by so fast. It's been like over 8 months now, so maybe I'm not. But some advice I remember that people told me is to stay busy, like to stay involved in the church and activities and just always doing good things. That was one companion of mine told me that, and he'd been home for over a year, I think. And actually that really helped, to keep doing things, stay engaged in the work, and don't take a break is kind of the vibe that I got. Don't just lazify yourself, if that's a word. Be lazy. Don't just be lazy and sit around all day, but go out and do stuff. I knew one person that went to the temple from the first week that he got home, and when I saw him months later, like he just had a huge light in him, and that was something that helped me. And also to get engaged with the missionaries right away. That was something I did. I had a friend right home from my mission that we had talked very briefly over my mission, but I really wanted him to meet with the missionaries, and so that he could have the blessings of the gospel. And so right away, after coming home, like I had a lot of desires. I think a lot of missionaries have desires to have their friends have the gospel right when they come home. And so I would say follow those desires, because that was an incredible experience for me. learning to what it was like on the other side, not being a missionary, but being the member with the missionaries, teaching a friend. That was a really cool experience. And so I would suggest missionaries follow the promptings of the names that come to your mind to invite. And whether or not they accept the gospel is up to the person, but I mean, you learn that throughout your mission, but the experience is worth it. And so continue to invite your friends to do things. Also, keep reading the scriptures, because there's a strong temptation not to, or to find that you're too busy, but it's definitely something that's needed, is to study the scriptures regularly, actually daily, and to just immerse yourself in good things. Also, dating, as like everybody says that, but it's a good thing, and you're going to be awkward for a while. I can't promise you when that's going to wear off, but it just do it and you'll get better at it. So yeah, that's what I would say. That's my advice.